Apple CarPlay on your motorbike? Well, it's easier and more affordable than you might think, and it could be the best addition to your motorcycle experience. Friends, welcome back to Willie's Wheels. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Aoocci U6 Apple CarPlay Android Auto device, taking it for a spin, showing how you install it, and I'll be letting you know at the end what I think. It features wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's a really interesting feature for motorcycles because it means you can keep your phone, which is normally attached to my handlebar or dash, in your pocket and use this completely wireless, and it syncs up to navigation apps like Maps, Google Maps, but also Calimoto and things like that. So it could be a really interesting addition. I'm looking forward to giving this a test.
The U6 comes nicely packaged in the box and has a stack of features, both hardware and software, some of which I'll be installing on the bike build and some I won't be. There's also lots of accessories that you can add from the website, things like tyre pressure monitors, front and rear cameras, if they're not included in your bundle. Huge thanks to Aoocci for sending this out to me, and if you want the best deal, check out a discount code in the description.
This thing is absolutely packed with features. Not only is it a full Android Auto CarPlay system, but included in the box, you get Bluetooth tyre pressure monitors, and you also get a front and rear camera, which is great for security or for recording your rides. There's also a bunch of other accessories like a handlebar, hands-free control kit, and also a GPS unit. Most of these things I'm not going to fit to the Hemi because I'll be using my phone all the time and that has GPS built in, but it's amazing that that's all included. Okay, so this kit is going to require a little bit of modification fitting on the Hemi. It might be the same for you for your bikes, but for the Hemi 450, we're not going to wire it straight to the battery because that could cause power drain. Fortunately, there is a aux power socket under the fuel tank, which I've already got my aux lights attached to, and I've ordered a splitter. So this goes in the bike's aux socket and it splits the two outputs. So I can plug in my auxiliary lights that are already in there, and I can wire in another plug for the CarPlay unit. So I'm gonna do that now and hope I don't make a mistake because I don't have any spares. Please excuse the mess, I'm in the middle of the Hemi rally build.
If you're not 100% sure how to install this, there are some useful instructions on the website, or you can ask your local trusted mechanic. I went past the point of no return, chopping the end terminals off and getting this thing wired up, but it does seem daunting at first, but once you boil it down, it is quite simple. So just go slow and make sure you check everything twice before you cut anything.
This is where I've got my auxiliary lights plugged in, and you can see they are wired into this red plug here, which is accessories. So I'm going to pull that out and wire in what we need. And you can see here, ground is on the top and power is on the bottom.
So my Hemi 450 very handily has a 12 volt auxiliary power output under the tank, which is that red cable there. And this is only powered when the engine is actually running and not when the ignition's on. So that means you don't have any power draw or bleed if you've accidentally left the ignition on, or if you leave the unit powered when you've got the key out, it just won't work. So as soon as the engine kicks on, everything powers up, which is why I was running my auxiliary lights from there. So all I'm doing here is splitting that 12 volt auxiliary power feed in half to two outputs. All I had to do was double check the draw of the lights and the screen and make sure it didn't overload the circuit. Once that's done, I'm routing the cables through where the indicator and headlight power all comes through and running it up the rally tower to the back of the screen.
Mounting this, it uses this quick release ball head thing. Then we've got this like ram mount situation. Which tightens that up. The rally tower came with this unit. I think we can mount that on there, then get this set. So let's go and put this on now.
The mount is fine and solid, and I've been riding for a couple of months now and it's all held up really well. My only gripe is the arm and the way the mount actually mounts to the bike. Feels a bit clumsy on the side profile, purely aesthetic. Functionally, the screen's in a great spot, but I just wish it was a bit smaller.
Oh my.
Finally, it's time to connect everything up, and the screen connects with 2 of these connectors. And if you wanted to remove the screen, if you're parked up in a town or a car park and you want to make sure it doesn't get nicked, you can take the screen off and undo those 2 barrel connectors, and it comes right away.
All the wiring bundled up underneath the tank here. I'm praying that it fits.
So it's the moment of truth that I actually dread every time, is the first boot of something that I've wired in, but everything went well, lights were all working, and this is the splash screen you get when you first load up the unit. The first boot took quite a long time, but now as soon as it powers on with the bike, it takes about 10 seconds to launch into Carplay. And talking about Carplay, I've got an iPhone, so I couldn't test Android, but the Apple CarPlay was really easy to sync. I just did the Bluetooth pairing, and it launched straight into the Apple CarPlay mirroring. And again, first time took maybe 30-45 seconds, but now it's synced and I only use one phone. As soon as I power up the engine, within 10-15 seconds, I'm launched straight into Apple CarPlay, and it runs really smoothly. The resolution of the screen is really high. It's a 6-inch 1440 by 720 display, and at its brightest setting, it's 800 nits, and is definitely better than the onboard dash of the Hemi. It's also responsive, so when you're scrolling, there's a tiny bit of lag. It's not as good as an iPhone screen, but it's definitely better than the CarPlay unit I've got in my transporter van. So all that's left is for a quick shakedown. I'm going to ride down to Machine Head Moto and check it out for the first time, and also give the bike a little test ride. So as you can see, we're out in daylight. It's a pretty bright day, and even the camera can see clearly what's happening on the screen. You can also use a glove. I used my fingers and glove and found them both to be equally responsive, which is awesome. So on the fly, you can make changes. Single cylinders, lovely. And if you're interested in the bike build, I've put a full build video on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description and pop a card up in the corner now for you to check it out.
So, Apple CarPlay on a motorcycle. Is it a gimmick or is it great? Well, I've got to admit, I was a little bit cynical at the start. I thought it would be a massive distraction, but I've ended up really enjoying the experience of having this 6-inch display on the Hemi. I'm a strong believer in the less distractions on the road, the better, especially on a motorbike when there's enough information to process. But I actually found, while it's mounted right below your eye line, it's actually really useful just to glance down and have your maps available, and also not be tempted to go on your phone and be distracted by other notifications. The display is readable and easy to see in the brightest of lighting conditions, and you can quickly dim it when it's nighttime. And I think the size at 6 inches is absolutely perfect. When I've tested it, it connects in around 15 seconds from turning on the ignition, and immediately kicks into the navigation app that I've preset, like Waze or Calimoto. But if it doesn't automatically launch straight into your nav app, you can click it using a glove, so there's no faffing around on the bike. In my opinion, it's far better than mounting your phone to the dash, as it's IP67 waterproof rated, and it gives that extra element of safety, especially in urban areas like London, where phone theft is on the rise and is a genuine concern. It also means if the worst happens and someone pulls up next to you and nicks your bike at the lights, which does unfortunately happen sometimes. Your phone isn't attached to the bike, it's safely in your pocket. So what do you think of having a CarPlay device like the Aoocci U6 on your motorbike? Let me know down in the comments below. If you want to get the best deal on this unit, hit the link in the description. And if you're not already, please do hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.